morning, everyone, and by morning I mean it's 2 in the afternoon, but you know, what can you do? It is January, which means it's winter, which means it's supposed to be winter, which means it's California, and it's not really. It's actually cold. Cold. Meaning it's about 60 degrees outside instead of, you know, 80. Because it's winter, I'm going to actually be renovating my garden, and by renovating, I mean I'm going to be putting in a bunch of raised beds, building them, and then putting them in. It cost a pretty penny, but it's not nearly as much as if I was buying a kit, which is like $79 to $200, and I'm making 3 raised beds for like $48, which is amazing. The only thing that tends to be expensive is the dirt, but I'm working on that. I have to because my new seeds came in and they need to be planted at some point soon while it's still cool, like my lettuce and carrots and stuff, because they will not survive this California heat. So I'm going to show you what my garden looks like right now. I kind of cleaned it out and cleared it out and reorganized things, but it doesn't get a lot of sunlight right now, so a lot of stuff isn't growing. It is still technically dormant because it is winter, and so a lot of my plants are asleep right now. Kind of, sort of. I have an apple tree that got really confused by the weather and thinks that it's summer or fall, and it grew an apple. So there's just like a lone apple on the tree. I'll show it to you. There it is. The lone apple that decided it wanted to like live. If you can't tell, the rest of the tree is pretty much barren. It's asleep. It's dormant, except for that one apple right there that decided it wanted to be an apple. As you can tell, my garden is super asleep right now. There's one raised bed, and I'm going to be putting another raised bed right there, where those pots are, another one right there. And then I'm going to be making a third one that'll go like right here, and it's gonna be longer, and that's actually for wildflowers that I'll be growing for a bunch of the bees and stuff. So bees and butterflies, so that I get pollination, because you can't have plants without them. And actually, right in there, somewhere, there's a beehive. I'm not sure where, but I know that they're there because I've seen them swarming, and there's also birds. It's shady right now because it's the winter sun, but come the summer and the spring, I've been here a full year and I've been tracking the sun. This place stays bright and really sunny and pretty hot, like all summer for a lot of months. Not even like a few months, not like 2 months in the growing season, like 5 months out of the year, this place, or 6 months, it gets full sun. In my raised beds, I was only going to do 2, one for herbs and one for planting everything else. It turns out that I have 7 types of tomato varieties, and I wanted to plant at least a couple of bushes of all of them. So one garden bed, which was just going to be 2 types of veggie beds, one of them is going to solely be for tomatoes, because there are 7 varieties, you guys. A new thing I'm going to be doing, which you might have heard of if you're a homesteader or just gardening, is the Back to Eden method. And they've been doing it everywhere, and it works in any climate. And in fact, it's really, really good in California as well. So with our scorching heat and everything, it's really good to actually practice the Back to Eden method, because it's 3 to 4 inches of mulch. And it's not like the big, huge bark chip mulch that you're used to seeing. It's a variation of large and small, so some of it breaks down really fast and some, you know, takes longer. It's about 3 to 4 inches deep of mulch, and that actually makes it so that you don't have to water a lot, which is great in Southern California, where we're constantly in a drought and it never freaking rains. So Back to Eden method, gonna try it. I am going to do it in the raised beds, and I'm also going to be doing it in this like narrow strip that's I think only like 1.5 feet wide, and put that on there and see if that helps improve our soil, because it is super compacted and really just probably has had all of the nutrients sucked out of it. So let's build some raised beds and plant some plants into some pots. Yeah. That's on the back of my car. When in doubt, ask your mom for help.
Yeah.
I got as far as nailing the post to the sides, and then I needed my mom's help. So hi mom, help. So all of the posts or DIY stuff that I see on YouTube, whenever they make these, they have a freaking power drill, and I don't have one, so it's nails. So they do everything when they're standing it up right, and they can just drill into it because it's not a problem.
Yeah.
We just have nails. We don't have a power drill to just like set it up normal. No, we're not those people. So we just have good old fashioned sweat and a hammer and some nails, and I don't know what to do. So
Talking.
what's up, Steve?
You don't have drills and screws?
No, I mean I don't.
Didn't he have a power drill for you to use once?
He did, but I got nails, not screws. So.
All right. Well, then don't mind.
So okay. All right, and then, but to get the sides though, what am I gonna do from that point on?
No, we'll have to see what happens when you get to that. I don't know.
Okay, Mom. My mom abandoned me. Mom!
Okay, my idea is that.
Uh-huh.
And what we're doing is we're standing this up.
Yeah. This is the inside.
Right. And then we get the other board.
Okay.
And we fit it on the outside.
Well,
You had it on the outside.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to make it so that everything's as square as can be.
You're gonna kind of stand it up like that.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna
Nail it. Okay. Do you think this is a two-person job or a one-person job? I started to. Do you want to do this one because it's fun? You want to get out some aggression? I believe in you, Mom. Can I? Off on my lonesome? Let's see. Say goodbye to the internet, Mom.
Bye, Internet Mom.
And you wonder where I get my sense of humor. I have the best mom in the whole world. That is one raised bed down and one more to go. And I'm doing this by myself without someone to hold the other side. So we're gonna see how it goes. Oh, the other thing that is super helpful, nail in one side and then nail it to the other. And so nail this side, then you're gonna nail one over here, and then you can continue to add in the extra nails. But then that way, this side of the board isn't like waiting around being all crazy. So nail one side, nail the other, then go up. Tip. Well, I did a little mess up. Everything is square on all sides except one where I made the board too short, and I was wondering why the board was being difficult on one side. Now I know why. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. And I think I only lost like 3 inches worth of space in the 4x4, which is not awful. So, onwards and upwards. Okay, so I have finished the raised beds, and they actually came out way better than I was expecting them to come out. I think I'm going to fiddle around with them a little more to really get them kind of more even, because I think some of them are a little slanted or tilted. But overall, this is going to be a really amazing garden. I do have to staple on some, what do you call it, fabric on the bottom to make sure that all the soil just doesn't kind of run out. And I'll staple that to the bottom, but I'm losing light, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Or something, or sometime, because we have a staple gun, so I can definitely add it to the bottom. And I have leftover fabric from the last time I made the last bed right there. Welcome to my adventures of me trying to DIY pretty much everything, and a lot of it is just from stuff I remember being taught as a kid and things that I'm learning from YouTube, and just kind of winging it, because you know they have a saying that reading it is one thing, doing it is another, and it's definitely true. I think one of the best sayings is always double the time that you think it's going to take you, because it definitely takes you longer. I did get the second bed done though in like 35 minutes, which is faster than the first one. Thank you for sticking with me and for joining me on this really crazy adventure. And I have found my new slogan: it doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to work. So that's gonna be pretty much my thing, because I definitely have design issues. I like things to look beautiful, and I like things to look aesthetically pleasing, and that's a really hard thing for me to let go. But at this point, I'm kind of learning to embrace that phrase. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining along. Leave comments if you have any tips or ideas on how to do raised bed on concretes, or anything I need to look out for. And I will see you next time. Bye.